Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we head to the dirt track here at Eldora Speedway USA. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll for the season opener of the Slinging Dirt Series here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Drivers loaded into the sim, each and every one of them looking for the win. Here is practice coming to a close. Qualifying going to come up here in just a few more moments as we see the number 15, Dory Boyd, out there on the racetrack, getting every last opportunity he can to practice in that 15 ride, getting ready to try to have a wonderful evening here to open up the series. Looking like 16 drivers already loaded into the sim, each and every one of them looking for the win here this evening. Ready to rock and roll as these super dirt late models ready to be unleashed here at Eldora Speedway for a wild evening of racing action. Now, not only is there bragging rights on the line, points on the line for the championship, but there's also a little bit of money on the line here this evening as well. I'm going to go back through. I'm going to make sure that we get all the names right here for all this extra bonus money as qualifying is about to get underway. Practice has come to a close, so as practice has come to an end, qualifying will get underway. Drivers will jump out there onto the racetrack. As Tanner Peak coming in showing the love, says, let's go, Tanner! Mr. Peak coming in showing the love. How are you, Tanner? How you doing this evening as things are about to get underway? Things are about to get feisty here in the Slinging Dirt Series. Is absolute amazing action about to come right at you. Hopefully everyone's got their popcorn. Hopefully everyone's got their driver of choice ready to jump up here and have some good runs, have some good racing, and see if they can put themselves into victory lane. Stephen Hart with the share on the stream. Aaron Bowman coming in with that share as well. Cassie Racing Slinging Dirt Series coming in with that share as well on the broadcast. Says we will get ready to rock and roll. We will get ready to set these drivers loose here in just a few more moments. Let me go through some of the announcements here, as I know there's definitely been some things that have been added in. So looking like we have our first opener here. So our opening race, this race here this evening, is a $100 purse night. Oh man, $100 on the line here for these drivers this evening, as that is going to make it for an amazing night. As we also have to give a huge thanks to Bradford Racing for donating $50 to the quick time, which we'll see who will have that quick time here in this one, and $25 for the hard charger on the evening. Darnell Mud Racing sponsored $100 to the purse as well. So huge shout out to Darnell Mud Racing coming in, sponsoring the $100 for the purse tonight. Now, a huge thank you to Bradford Racing for the $50 quick time and the $25 hard charger here on the evening as well. Absolutely insane, absolutely amazing to see some of the community coming in, throwing some money, putting some sponsorship up and on the line for these drivers to try to earn themselves a little bit of extra money here at the racetrack. At the same point in time of having a lot of fun and enjoying the racing action here this evening, as we'll get ready to rock and roll. As it right now, it looks like Aaron McGee with the quick time here in qualifying. Daniel Bradford gonna be in that third position, as he was looking to try to get some of his own money back there, as we see Diesel Jones in the Carolina Sim Sports number 46 ride, currently fourth quickest on the speedway. Derek Darnell gonna jump up into position number 3. Ryan Rubelman up inside the top 5 now, as Diesel Jones looking to get a little quicker here on his last lap down across the line. He does find a little extra speed, but not enough, as that puts him up into the 5th spot here in the qualifying. Aaron Bowman getting done his qualifying run, as well as qualifying coming to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, that means our first heat race about to come up in just a few more moments, as Aaron McGee right now with the quick time here in qualifying. We see Jason Varugas, hopefully I'm saying that right, Varugas in the number 87 ride, looking to have a bit better of a lap time here on second lap, as he's going to go down across the line. Doesn't look like he gets any quicker, so currently the 15th quickest on the speedway. So it looks like Aaron McGee quick time here in qualifying. So shout out there to Aaron McGee coming home with the Bradford Racing quick time, $50 going into the back pocket of the 8 machine of Aaron McGee. A blazing hot lap time here for that number 8 ride as we'll get ready to go to Green Flag Racing. Oh man, this is going to be a lot of fun. Green Flag Racing about to come up here in just a few more moments as qualifying coming to a close. We'll get ready to set these drivers loose. We'll get ready to go Green Flag Racing as see if we can get the man with the plan, the master man, up into the booth here real quick. Hey, Derek, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Derek, man, a good qualifying run here for you, up inside the top 3. But, man, a new season getting underway. A little bit of money on the line here this evening, but you got to be pretty excited for this brand new season of the Slinging Dirt Series coming back in, and you guys ready to rock and roll here for the first night?
Yes, sir. Yeah, kind of sucks that I had a fast car in practice, but McGee got the $50 quick times. See if we can make it up. It's their 3 races. If you want to get in on this, let me know.
Absolutely. Any of the fans in the stands that would like to join and get in on the action here, make sure you guys, either hit me up or get a hold of the Cassie Racing Slinging Dirt Series on Facebook or Derek himself, and we get you pointed in the right direction, get you into the Discord and into the action here. Derek, any shout-outs you want to give here to start this season off on the right foot here, as a lot of good sponsors, a lot of amazing people jumping on board, making tonight and the season possible, man. Who would you like to give shout-outs to?
Man, I'd like to thank Lightwave Technologies, man. They're sponsoring our point pot for the biggest point. Star Race Cars, they donated to some of the money races. Darnell Mud Racing, Bradford Racing, and all the drivers who showed up tonight.
Beauty. Well, good luck out there, Derek. I'm not going to hold you up here any longer as I know you're getting ready for heat race number 1. Good luck out there. Have some fun, and maybe we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth before the end of the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our man with the plan, the master man, Derek Darnell, as he'll be starting on the outside of the front row here in heat race number 1. We'll get ready to set these drivers loose as Rubes Gaming coming in, showing the love with that like on the stream. How are you, Rubes? Rubes coming in, showing the big love. Is down pit side. We got him lined up and ready to rock and roll as starting on the pole. It's the Star Racing number 8 ride. That is Aaron McGee, starting in that pole position. He was our quick time, our quickest driver in qualifying, and that puts him on that pole position to start heat race number 1. He's got Derek Darnell to his outside as the Common John Brewing Company. Number 86 will start there in second. Then we see Daniel Bradford in the star ride there in position number 3. The Bradford Racing Machine there in that 3rd spot. His outside, the Twitch number 47 ride, the Star Racing Machine of Ryan Rubelman, will be starting there in position number 4. Then we see Rory Boyd there in that 5th starting spot. To his outside, it is the 7 ride of Jeffrey Hyatt. It's actually the 2 ride on the side of the race car, so Jeffrey Hyatt there in position number 6. Richard Call in the 71 will start in position number 7. He's got the 519 of Hank Trail there in 8th, and bringing up the rear of the field in the 19 ride, it's Mac Muriovsky. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Max Muriovsky in the white knuckle setup shop number 19 ride, bringing up the rear of the field as Aaron McGee will see the first green flag fly here of the Slinging Dirt Series as the new season is underway. McGee quickly onto the lap pedal, leads us down the back straightaway. Here comes that number 86 of Derek Darnell, trying to work himself to the inside of the 9 ride as Daniel Bradford was able to jump up and take that 2nd spot away from the 86 on the opening lap. On the opening lap, Aaron McGee leads the way here as he's already led 1 lap. He's looking to lead lap number 2 as well, and he's looking to lead us right on through as he's on his drive. As the reflection of perfection, quick time in qualifying so far has led every single lap in this heat race. I'm sure he'd love to lead every single lap here this evening. Daniel Bradford trying to hang on to 2nd as Derek Darnell works to his back bumper. Here comes that 47 of Ryan Rubelman as Rubelman has worked himself up into 4th here. He's looking on the back bumper of the 86, trying to size him up, trying to find a run to get to his inside, and there you go. He pulls the trigger, gets a big run down at corner number 4, and Rubelman looking to jump up into 3rd still door to door with Derek Darnell. as they battle for that third spot. We see Tory Boyd trying to reel them in that 519 of Hank Trail back in the 6th position. A little bit of contact is unfortunately Max Miriovsky going to take his car down pit side at top right there as the 71 of Richard Gall at the rear of the field in the 8th position as Jeffrey Hyatt right there in front of him as out in front. It's all the 8 rider Aaron McGee as McGee now out to a 1-second advantage. 1 second between himself and Daniel Bradford as Bradford trying to hold on to position number 2 as Derek Darnell mounting another challenge here to the inside of that 9 ride. As they continue to battle the front of the field. Here comes Ryan Rubelman, a big run to the outside of the 86. Derek Darnell trying to hang on to 3rd, but Ryan Rubelman's going to jump up and take it away from him. So move the 47 into P3 as Derek Darnell slides back to position number 4. The 15 of Tory Boyd right there in that battle as well. You can throw a blanket over our 3rd, 4th, and 5th place drivers here as Ryan Rubelman trying to separate himself as we have seen that white flag fly. So for the final time here in heat race number 1, Aaron McGee through 3, and out of 4, you'll see the checkered flag fly and he'll pick up the first heat win of the season. Aaron McGee, heat race win number 1 on the season as Daniel Bradford, Ryan Rubelman, Derek Darnell, Hank Trail round out our top 5 there in heat race number 1. Wowzers, a great way to start the season here, ladies and gentlemen. Some great racing as these drivers put on a heck of a show here for us. They're in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 gonna be a little bit more of the same as a lot of very good tough competitors loading into the sim and ready to rock and roll. As again, starting on the pole in the star ride, the star racing machine, that is Stephen Hart. To his outside in the 4 ride, that is JJ Martinez, and down on the inside, a row number 2, the Carolina Sim Sports number 46 is Diesel Jones. To his outside in the number 913, that is Tanner Peak in the Tanner Peak 913 machine as the elbows up racing ride ready to roll there from the 4th position. Starting in position number 5 should be the number 44 of Aaron Bowman as the only Wraps 44 ride. Will start there in the 5th position. He'll have the 59 ride of Cooper Accord to his outside. The Carolina Sim Sports ride there as well as the Majula Say Speed Shot machine ready to rock and roll from the 6th position. Starting in position number 7, it is the 7 ride. That is Ricky Lowe, and to his outside, the 87, bringing up the rear of the field here in heat race number 2. It's Jason Verugas. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably going to get completely wrong, but Verugas there in position number 8. We'll get ready to rock and roll. Drivers getting their elbows up and ready to go to battle. Heat race number 2 of the season underway here at Eldora Speedway. As quickly Stephen Hart onto the loud pedal, gets a little tight on quarter entry. Here comes Diesel Jones down low. Diesel Jones making quick work down on the bottom side as he's looking to clear that 7 machine of Stephen Hart. But Hart, a good run down through 3 and 4, and he'll lead lap number 1 in heat race number 2 on the evening. Hart and Jones door to door here at the front of the field as JJ Martinez back there in position number 3 as Aaron Bowman. They're in position number 4 and looking for more in that 44 ride. It's the 913 and Tanner Peak has slid back 1 spot here from the drop of the green flag. He's looking to work himself back up inside the top 4 here, knowing that he needs to move up a couple spots here, get himself back up into contention for this heat race win. Ricky Lowe there in 6 as Cooper Accord there in 7th, and Jason Bragas there in position number 8. But it's all Stephen Hart at the front of the field as the Carolina Sim Sports 46 of Diesel Jones going to mount another challenge down low. He gets a good run through 1 and 2. They go door to door down the back straightaway. Give the advantage with the outside momentum to the 7 ride, but Diesel Jones hitting his marks perfectly, and as they battle door to door, here comes JJ Martinez. JJ Martinez getting a big run up on the high side. He's gonna poke his nose up. Oh, he gets into the fence. Heavy damage here for the 44, and he's gonna take his ride down pit side. and made the move to jump into position number 2 and going after our race leader. Unfortunately, got up a little bit too high and finds himself in the outside fence and now down pit side. Stephen Hart, though, out in front. He loved to see that, as that's given him a little bit of a gap now. Back to our second place driver as Aaron Bowman's worked himself into position number 2. Diesel Jones there in third, trying to hang on to it as Ricky Lowe working down to his inside. Diesel Jones throws it in down to the bottom lane here, looking for a big run underneath with Aaron Bowman. Bowman all over the back bumper of our race leader. Down and out of corner number 4 across the line. We see that white flag fly one more time around. Contact! Hard up into the outside fence. Stephen Hart collected in this one. Our race leader, Aaron Bowman, tore up as well as the 7, and Diesel Jones will slide right on through and across the line. They wreck across the line as Tanner Peak almost jumped up and took heat race win number 2 away from Diesel Jones. Peak there in second, Cooper Accord in third, Jason Vragas there in fourth with Ricky Lowe, our top 5. Stephen Hart going from hero to zero, going from the penthouse to the outhouse here. The 07 comes home in position number 6. Bowman there in 7th, and JJ Martinez rounding out our top 8 here in our second and final heat race of the evening. My boy Chris Muse coming in showing the love. What's good, Chris? Chris says, wow, that was insane. That was insane. Says madness, parts all over the place. There were parts all over the place. When they came back around and out of quarter number 2 there, man, it was a war zone back there, okay? There was a parking lot out of quarter number 4, and that was a wild way to finish our heat race here on the evening, man. That was definitely a wild finish right there, as, man, these guys put on a heck of a show, heck of a run right there, as Cody Parker coming in showing the love as well. Says McGee, Branford, Rubes with the muscles, putting up the guns in the chat. How are you, Cody? As we'll get ready to rock and roll here. We'll get ready to go to battle. So our A-main feature event going to get fired up here in just a few more moments, and that means we'll get ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to set these drivers loose and have our first A-main feature event of the evening. Now, even though Stephen Hart unfortunately went from possibly winning that heat race to all of a sudden being, back in the 6th position, that might set him up perfectly here. Maybe earn a little bit more money in that 7 ride, as he might be able to work himself towards the front of the fielding, maybe gain the Hard Charger Award, as there's $25 on the line here for our Hard Charger on the evening. So some money on the line, some drivers, not the way they wanted things to go, but sometimes they'll take what you can get, and maybe starting a little bit deeper in the field may open up the door for some of those drivers that were collected, like Aaron Bowman, like Stephen Hart, to maybe jump up and earn themselves a little bit of extra money, even for, we saw unfortunate break for JJ Martinez as he was jumping up there trying to battle for the race lead in that second heat race, but he got up into the outside wall. He's going to be starting deep in this field as well. So we can see a lot of drivers work themselves from the back towards the front, trying to hunt down that Hard Charger here this evening. We'll get ready to rock and roll in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, please do me the favor. It's absolutely free to do. Hit the like button on the broadcast, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube. As these drivers having a little bit of fun during the warm-up session, go for a bit of a wild ride right there with Stephen Hart, and these guys having a little fun out there on the racetrack. See Ryan Rubelman looking to have himself a great day here at the racetrack. Diesel Jones was able to pick up that second heat race win here. Currently quickest in this warm-up session, as the warm-up session coming to a close here. A few more seconds left for these drivers to figure out what they got underneath the hood. Making sure that they got the right setups in, making sure they got their cars absolutely perfect and ready to roll here for this feature event. So they're going through the checklist, making sure they hit all their, dot all their I's, cross all their T's, making sure that these cars are absolutely perfect for the start of our A-main feature event that's about to get underway, as these drivers are ready to go to battle. Warm-up has come to a close. Our feature event is about to get underway as these drivers get loaded into the sim. 50 laps of racing action here this evening. 50 laps for these drivers to go to battle and duke it out here on the evening. That is a lot of laps. It's a lot of time to either, have yourself a good night or a bad night. You got to keep yourself out of trouble. You got to keep your car in one piece, and the tires underneath of you here for late in this race. You go too hard, too quick. You burn up your equipment. You slide backwards on the second half of it. Or do you take it a little bit more easy, try to save those tires, and put yourself in a better position later on? As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go up on the top side of the chart there. You can see the starting lineup as we'll get ready to go through them. And starting on the pole in the number. Let me double check here as we do have a little bit of a invert here on the start of this. So starting on the pole in the Majula State Speed Shop, Carolina Sim Sports at number 59, it's Cooper Accord starting in that pole position. To his outside in the 47 ride, that is Ryan Rubelman. Is down on the inside of row number 2. It's the 913, that is Tanner Peak. To his outside in the 9 ride, we see Daniel Bradford starting there in 4th. Is starting in the 5th position here on the evening is the 46 ride of Diesel Jones. To his outside in the 8 machine, that is Aaron McGee. So our 2 heat race winners starting back in that 3rd row. We'll have to see if they can work themselves back to the front of the field. Then we see the 86 of Derek Darnell starting there in 6th. He will have the number 87 to his outside. That is Jason Varagas. We see Hank Trail, Tori Boyd, Ricky Lowe, and the rest of the field as we go green flag racing. We end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as our first A-Main feature event of the Slinging Dirt Series is underway here for their brand new season. The 59 of Cooper Accords got himself out in front and quickly leads lap number 1. Diesel Jones making quick work though, got that 46 right up into position number 2, already up 3 positions from the drop of the green flag, and he may not be done yet as he's working on that 59 right of Cooper Accord as we see our first caution flag fly here on the evening. So our first yellow flag being displayed, and it looks like an unfortunate break here for the 7 ride of Stephen Hart. Hart had such a great start to the evening. Unfortunately, things have been going the wrong way for him ever since about that final lap in heat race number 2 as tight racing back here. 2-3 wide. Unfortunately, comes together with the other 7 ride. That is the 7 machine, I do believe, of either Jeffrey Hyatt or possibly Ricky Lowe. I think it was Ricky Lowe right there. And unfortunately, you watch that 7 ride as they kind of get bent out of shape down the back straightaway. It's a big run here on that 519. Unfortunately, gets into Hank Trail, gets into Ricky Lowe. That turns him around. Aaron McGee getting some damage there. And the 4 ride of JJ Martinez getting some pretty heavy contact, as well as that Silver Bullet 4 ride. Unfortunately, pretty heavy damage into the 7 machine, and Stephen Hart with a ton of damage on that 7 ride. We'll have to take his car down pit side here, try to get it fixed up. Looks like the crew has went to work, got that car repaired, and back out onto the racetrack. Unfortunately, now finds himself at the rear of the field. So we'll get ready to rock and roll. We see Blake Travis coming in, cheering on Tanner Peak. Says, come on, Tanner Peak, up in the chat. Let's go. Coming in, showing the love. I appreciate that, Blake, coming in, showing the love over there on the YouTube channel. Ross Harold coming in with the like on the stream over there on Facebook. And CJ Jeffries coming in, dropping that thumbs up on the broadcast as well. How are you, CJ? How are you, Russ? Coming in, showing the love here today in this one as we get ready to go back to battle. Out in front, Cooper Accord leads the way here with Diesel Jones into position number 2. He's up 3 spots quickly in this race. He was able to gain a couple spots right off the jump of the start, and he has been using that to his advantage, trying to put himself into maybe the winner's circle here this evening, as he's been a fast cat. Looked very, very good, very fast in heat race number 2. Got a little bit of damage in that wreck of the first wreck of the evening, but man, So far, Diesel Jones been looking very fast. As Blake Travis says, appreciate the show. Absolutely, absolutely. CSS CFM cars up front. Yes, Sirski is quickly. We go back to green flag racing. A quick crossover from Diesel Jones as he jumps down to the inside. Door to door for the top spot. Cooper Ackford up on the high side. Diesel Jones down on the bottom side. Diesel Jones looking for the lead, and he's going to take it away from Cooper Ackford. As Ackford slides back to position number 2, Diesel Jones going to slide up and clear him down the back straightaway. Tanner Peak there in position number 3 as Ryan Rubelman trying to hang on to position number 4 and continuing to look for more. Daniel Bradford there in 5th with Aaron McGee back in the 6th position. Jason Brugge is there in 7th with Hank Trail. Derek Darnell, J.J. Martinez, all right, there is a little bit of 3-wide battling out on corner number 4. 3-wide is a big run up on the hindsight for the Silver Bullet, the number 4 of J.J. Martinez trying to work himself up through the field currently. The hard charger on the field as he's up 7 positions from where he started, now up into the top 9 here, and he is looking very, very racy early on in this 8-main feature event. Aaron Bowman back there in 11. We see Max Maruski there in position number 12 as the 19 ride gets rocking and rolling. The white knuckle setup shot machine trying to hold on and hold off Stephen Hart. His Hart trying to work himself up towards the front of the field, trying to rebound after that early wreck-in. Unfortunately, it is not the night he was hoping for so far for Stephen Hart, but trying to rebound nicely and trying to drive that 7 ride back up to the front of the field. Jeffrey Hyatt battling door-to-door here. The 2 ride and the 7 ride. A link Ricky Lowe there for the 14th and 15th position. To see Jory Boyd jumping up into that battle. Richard Call right there, as well as our top 17 on the speedway, doing a fantastic job of racing here since that caution flag. Diesel Jones, though, out in front. He's starting to open up a little bit more of a lead here. Half a second between himself and Cooper Ackford, and then a little bit more distance back to our 3rd place driver, Tanner Peak. They're in position number 3. Ryan Rubelman there in 4th as Daniel Bradford hanging on to that 5th position, and we see the caution flag come back out. The caution flag is going to fly here once again as the 71 ride. Richard Call running into some issues here. We'll take a look and see what happened. Is maybe him and Jeffrey Hyatt getting together as 71 down low, trying to roll the Star Racing ride on the bottom side of the racetrack. Beautiful looking paint scheme slides up the racetrack. It's tight there. Unfortunately goes over the nose here of Ricky Lowe. Ricky Lowe just coming down the track, a big head of steam here, not expecting the 71 to get tight. You see him trying to turn that car down the racetrack. Unfortunately, so tight, just could not turn, could not get that car rotated sides right in front of the 7 ride. They make contact. Around goes the 71. You see the 2 ride of Jeffrey Hyatt trying to avoid him as well. He's going to get a piece of that, and he's going to go for a loop-de-loop down the back straightaway as well. Luckily enough, not too much damage here for Jeffrey Hyatt. Pretty good damage, though, for Ricky Lowe and Richard Call, as that will bring out our 2nd caution flag of the evening, and we'll get them all stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll for the rest of the night. Laugh out loud, they parked it on that driver. Yeah, they unfortunately parked it there right on the nose of Ricky Lowe, and not much Ricky could do there except for hang on and enjoy the ride at that point. You know, not much he could do right there. You know, as quickly as you can, you know, see something happening, as quickly as you can let off the throttle or jam the brakes, sometimes, no matter how quick you can do it, there's not enough time to avoid some of the contact that we will see here with these super late models, or with pretty much any of these race cars. You gotta have cat-like reflexes to keep yourself out of trouble at any point in time here on iRacing or in real life racing. As we go back to green flag racing, Delaware final restarts with Diesel Jones on the front row here, all by his lonesome, and quickly the Carolina Sim Sports 46 ride on the loud pedal and looking to run away with his race lead once again. Tanner Peak able to use that inside lane to jump up in front of the 59 of Cooper Ackford. So Ackford back to 3rd, and Tanner Peak now up into position number 2. Ryan Rubelman trying to hang on to position number 4 as Aaron McGee starting to work himself towards the front of the field here, now inside the top 5 as the 9 of Daniel Bradford. Jason Brugge is right there in 6th and 7th, and here comes that 4 ride of J.J. Martinez as well. Martinez right there in the thick of things. A little bit of green light there at a corner number 2. guys are putting on a heck of a show here. A dogfight deeper in the field. Let's see some more battling as here comes that 7 rider, Stephen Hart. Derek Darnell right there in position number 10. Aaron Bowman all over him as Hank Trail going to get a little contact there with the only wraps 44 of Aaron Bowman as Jeffrey Hine going to poke his nose down low, trying to work himself closer to the front of the field as the Madrid State Speed Shop 2 machine down on the bottom side. But the caution flag flies, and it's our race leader. Oh no, Diesel Jones hard into the outside fence, and that is going to take Mr. Jones out of the race lead and to the back of the pack. So we'll take a look and see what happens. He's moving up the track using the outside lane. And unfortunately, pancakes the outside fence, and that just busts something in that right front. Unfortunately, could not get that car to turn into corner number 1. You can see that car just flew to the outside fence, doing a ton of damage here for Diesel Jones. See if we can play this back, jump right onto the helmet cam of this number 46 and see what Diesel sees from the cockpit. On the high side, just unfortunately gets up through the loose stuff and into that fence. And then you see that car just fortunately rolls out of the throttle, trying to save it, trying to keep it in one piece. Unfortunately, into that outside wall a little too hard. Busted up right front. Hard to get that car to turn down the racetrack. He's trying to use the throttle right here to get it to roll and turn here. And unfortunately, a lot easier said than done. And unfortunately for the 46 ride, goes from the penthouse to the outhouse in a quick hurry as out in front. Tanner Peak will consume this race lead. So Tanner Peak now out in front as get it, Peak, says Blake Travis. Absolutely get it right there as Best Stuff 12 says as long as it's a CSS CFM elbows up car wins, I'll be happy. Well, I mean, you got some pretty good odds. There is a lot of those Carolina Sim Sports, Team CFM Esports, elbows up race cars in attendance here this evening. So you'll have a lot of opportunities to see one of those drivers potentially put themselves into the winner's circle here this evening as we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. Tanner Peak back onto the loud pedal as Peak quickly gonna put that hammer down. He's looking to try to open up a bit of a lead between himself and the 59 at Cooper Accord. Zachward there in position number 2 as Ryan Rubelman up inside the top 3, now trying to hang on and hold off Daniel Bradford, but here comes JJ Martinez. Martinez right there into position number 4 now as he works to the inside of Bradford for that 4th position. This 4 machine started deep in the field, now up 12 positions into position number 4 as he started back. He was the second last driver here in the field, back in the 16th starting spot, now up inside the top 5, battling for the 4th position from Daniel Bradford. Stephen Hart trying to rebound as well here after getting tied up in that big wreck at the end of heat race number 2. He's worked himself back up through the field here after an early wreck, and there's Diesel Jones. He's making quick work of the field here after making that mistake, having that damage, having to come down pit side and restarted deep in this field. You see that 46 back up inside the top 10. Jones there in the 9th position, trying to figure out a way to get through some of this traffic. And right now he's got Aaron McGee, Aaron Bowman, and Stephen Hart right there in front of him as they're trying to work themselves inside the top 5. JJ Martinez settles in there in that 5th position as Daniel Bradford right there in front of him as the battle in the front of the field continues. A slide jump out of the 59 of Cooper Accord. Accord with the slider, the crossover at a Tanner Peak. Peak gonna pay him back here in corner number 1. And out of 2, looking for the big run that he needs to hold off this 59, but that's gonna open up the door for Accord to throw another bit of a slider. This time though, he's gonna try to hold that middle lane and stay right in front of the 913. So Cooper Accord will consume this race lead as Tanner Peak back to position number 2 and right there with them. You can throw a blanket over these top 3 as Ryan Rubelman right there in the picture, ready to bounce here as he's up in that 3rd spot looking for maybe position number 2 over Tanner Peak. Daniel Bradford back there in position number 4. Martinez there in 5th. Aaron Bowman up into the 6th position here as the only wraps ride up into that 6th spot as Diesel Jones right there behind him as Jones continues his march back up to the front of the field as you see the 44 make hard contact with the outside wall. Bowman unfortunately slides back there after that damage. That little bit of contact opened up the door for Diesel Jones to work himself into 6, and he's not done yet. Here he goes with a big, I wasn't sure if he was going to pull the slider, but JJ Martinez has to get onto the binders to avoid contact, and that may be enough for Diesel to slide up and clear this 4 machine. He's going to leave that outside open, though, for JJ Martinez, as Martinez getting hooked up on the high side here now. Probably not going to lift that 46 by very easily, as he's going to have to jump back to the high side lane here in front of Aaron Bowman, as Diesel Jones trying to work himself back to the front of the field. JJ Martinez right there with him as they go for the slide jump over the 9 ride. A big slider right there for JJ Martinez over Bradford, and that kills both their momentum, and it opens up the door for Diesel Jones to work himself back up into position number 4. Jones though gets up into the outside fence, kind of log jams that whole outside lead there as JJ Martinez right on his back bumper with Daniel Bradford back into 6. Bowman there in 7. Stephen Hart, Aaron McKee battling door to door for position number 8 on the Speedway, and Jeffrey Hyatt rounding out our top 10. But it's Cooper Accord who leads the way. Cooper out in front, gonna click off another lap. This time by the start-finish line. We see 9 more laps left to go. 9 more laps here as I see my boy James over there on the Facebook stream cheering them on. Cody Parker cheering them on over there on Facebook as well. I appreciate you boys coming in showing the love there on the Facebook stream. Everyone coming in showing the love there in YouTube as well. If you guys haven't, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, and make sure you guys cheer these drivers on. Let us know up in the chat who you want to see up in victory lane, as Zebra, my boy Zebra, coming in with the resub over there on the Twitch channel, coming in showing the big love, subscribing for the 4 months now over on Twitch. Oh my gosh, coming to show the love, says I'm rooting for the guy in last. We're all cheering for the guy in last. Zebra, that's what we're all cheering for. Coming in with the hydrate as well. I got you, brother. As out in front, down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. This time by the start-finish line, we see the high five from our flagman, but the caution flag flies. The caution flag flies late in this race. Oh, baby, we're going to have a 5-lap shootout to settle things here at Eldora Speedway in our season opener of the Slinging Dirt Series. This is where things are going to get very, very interesting, as unfortunately it looks like Ryan Rubelman run into some issues here. Let's see if we can play this back and get a look and see what happened to Mr. Rubelman as the 47 already into the outside fence here. I think he just gets in there a little bit too hot, a little bit too heavy. He was running a bit of a 4th position, and yeah, just gets up into that outside fence, right front busted up. He continues to just keep that car pinned against the wall and just continues to do more and more damage to the 47 ride, but luckily enough, everyone able to work themselves around him without any additional drivers getting collected, and just a tough break right there for Rubes as he gets hard into that outside fence. Heavy damage there for himself in that 47 ride. Let's see if we can play this back just a little bit here and see if we can get another look at it as he just sends it into the corner, gets up a little too high, jumps over that berm and gets into that fence. And yeah, you can see him trying to turn that car, unfortunately just hugged and tied to that outside fence, and a heartbreaker there for the 47, having such a good run as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. The lights are off. The official iRacing pace truck. Can Cooper Accord hang on to pick up the checkered flag? Does Diesel Jones work himself back to the lead, or can Tanner Peak pick up the checkered flag here in this one? Daniel Bradford, JJ Martinez, our top 5 as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. The pace truck makes a hard left-hand turn, and we are back to green flag here at Eldora Speedway. Cooper Accord out in front, but here comes a big run for Diesel Jones. Jones gonna slide up in front of Tanner Peak for position number 2. Peak gonna peek down low underneath of him. As Cooper Accord leads the way, Diesel Jones all over his back bumper. The white flag has been displayed. So one more time around, a little bit of contact door to door in the corner number 2. Accord trying to hold on to the race lead as the 46 of Diesel Jones washes up the racetrack. Contact down at corner number 4 and across the line. It's Diesel Jones picking up the checkered flag here in our season opener. Diesel Jones getting it done and parking that Carolina Sim Sports Majula Safe Speed Shop 46 ride into victory lane here at Eldora Speedway. Cooper Accord almost getting the job done, almost picking up the win here. Unfortunately, the contact down through corner 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway was enough to keep the door open for Diesel Jones as they battled door to door through 3 and 4. It was Jones that was able to carry the momentum and put himself into victory lane. Accord there in second, Tanner Peak coming home in third. JJ Martinez and Stephen Hart going to round out our top 5. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, Diesel Jones, as he's going to pull his ride up into the Eldora Speedway victory lane here on the front straightaway. Woo! Baby, what a run and what a drive right there. That was a wild run for Diesel Jones. I'm sure he's going to be absolutely pumped up about the performance there in that one. This stuff says, let's go. Tanner cheering on Mr. Peak as he was right there as well. As, man, that was a hell of a run, hell of a race right there. If you guys enjoyed that racing action, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Make sure you turn on all those bell notifications. That way you never miss it when we go live here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Once again, shout out to my boy Zebra coming in with the subscription over on the Twitch stream, and everyone coming in showing the love over on Facebook and YouTube as we'll get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth here with our top 3 finishers. We'll get ready for some post-race interviews. All right, let's see if we can find our race winner, Diesel Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for Diesel Jones as he picks up the win. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Diesel, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yes.
Diesel, man, what a run, what a drive as you pull that 46 right up into victory lane, man. Take us back through this one. A very fast hot rod all evening long. We saw you work yourself to the race lead quickly in this one. Then contact with the outside wall. Pretty heavy right front damage. You bring out that caution flag. You got to go down pit side. The crew goes to work to get you back out there on the racetrack, but you restart way back deep in the field in that 17th position. You had a lot of time, though, to work yourself back up through the field. Maybe not as much time as you would like, but you were able to get it done as you slowly but surely inch yourself closer and closer to the front of the field. And late in this race, you were able to make the move and go door to door with Cooper Accord for the race win here, man. Take us back through this one, and how does it feel to be the first winner of the series?
I really didn't mean to get into Cooper. I just didn't think he was going to come all the way down and about put me in the wall, and then I just got tight and pushed. I was going to let him win the race, and then they just messed up both of us. But to be honest, when I broke my right front, I thought it was all over then. And then I saw like how the top was so good in 3 and 4, and all of them were just running middle, and I passed like 6 cars on one lap. That's really what got me the win.
Absolutely. We saw you passing a lot of cars in a quick hurry out there, making some big moves, some big slide jobs, and looking like you were having a ton of fun out there. And whenever you can park yourself up in victory lane, makes the night that much better. But, man, take us back through, going through the field here, knowing that you had to pass a lot of very tough competitors, a lot of very fast drivers out there in front of you. And when you have the likes of, drivers like JJ Martinez and Aaron Bowman, Stephen Hart, guys like that you got to try to figure out a way to get around before you can even work yourself back up inside the top 3 to go for the lead. You had a lot of tough comp to try to work yourself through.
Yeah, once I really just so I passed like probably the back like 6 or something, and then I got to Steven, Aaron, and I think it was Aaron, another Aaron McGee, and yeah. When I got up to them, it took me about 5 laps to get by them, and that's when I knew it was gonna be way harder. And then I got to JJ, and I still hit him. I let him back by because I thought I was left him enough room, but I forgot that the wall comes out. So I let him back by, and then after that, I was just praying for a caution, and one came out right when I got to third. So that's really what got me the win.
Absolutely, a timely caution to help you pick up the W here this evening as you're able to park that 46 right up in victory lane here to open the series. Not only picking up the win, but picking up the extra little bit of a payday here today as well at Eldora Speedway. Diesel, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening?
I got to thank everyone over at CSS and CFM. CFM for the setup, everyone at CSS for just letting me drive for them. And got to thank them for putting up this league and you for broadcasting it.
Absolutely, brother. Always my pleasure. Always a good time watching you guys duke it out here on PeaceMaker Gaming. And when you guys put on a show like you did here this evening, especially yourself, working yourself up through the field here late in this race to steal that win away, man, was a heck of a show and a heck of a run. And you had all the fans in the stands on their feet, cheering you guys on as you guys came across that start-finish line. Diesel, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the great run here tonight. And hopefully we'll see you back here in attendance next Sunday and maybe right back up here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Diesel Jones. Jones picking up the win, parking himself up into victory lane as the $100 purse winner here on the evening. Thank you there, and a huge shout out to our sponsors there for the $100, as that was, let me double check. I want to make sure I get the right names here. I don't want to mess anything up. As $100 purse, thank you to there's so many messages here. To Darnell Mud Racing coming in, sponsoring that $100 purse for the night here, and a huge shout out there for them putting up the money for these drivers to earn throughout this race. And a huge shout out again to Bradford Racing as well for the Quick Time Award, our Quick Time winner picking up that $50. That was Aaron McGee. And then our Hard Charger Award as well. Our Hard Charger brought to you by Bradford Racing. I do believe the Hard Charger was J.J. Martinez, picking up 12 positions on the speedway. Started back in 16th, ended up in 4th. And J.J. Martinez will pick up that Hard Charger award as we'll get ready to pull our second place finisher, our second place driver, Cooper Accord, up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Cooper, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Cooper, man, what a run, what a drive here for you this evening. So close to picking up the checkered flag here in the season opener. Unfortunately, coming up about half a car length shy as Diesel Jones was using a little bit of muscle on you there late in this race. As that late race restart, the last thing I think you wanted to see was that caution flag, as that brought, obviously, Diesel and Tanner Peak right back to your rear bumper. And then, obviously, the contact between you and Diesel. Take us back through it, man. What was going through your mind there when that caution flag came out, and what was going through your mind there in those closing laps, battling door to door with that 46 of Diesel Jones?
Well, the caution laps did count, so it kind of gave me, I think there was 2 to go, and I was like, well, that kind of gives me a boost because I knew Diesel had me because he texted me to start saving your tires. So I was like, I'm 3 and 4, I'm gonna start saving, and then I got to the top and I just kind of like pulled away and that caution, and then it kind of screwed me. But Diesel, I like Diesel. I'm glad the CSS dude finished 1 and 2. Just good hard racing, I guess.
Absolutely good, hard racing battle between buddies out there on the racetrack. Unfortunately, you come up 1 spot shy of the checkered flag, but still a very good run. A lot of laps led, and definitely throwing your name into the ring here quickly in this one to be a competitor for the championship, and knowing that you come home with a solid second place run, knowing that you got some pretty good points here on the day. And the grand scheme of things, when it comes down to that championship, a good way to get the series started.
Oh yeah, Ethan. We got some good guys over there. Andy, Colton Jordan, Kyler Bronson. They're a pretty good team over there. Feel like Bristol's gonna be hard, but I feel like we should be able to do pretty good next week.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys back out there on the racetrack next Sunday night, and hopefully we'll see you possibly right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe 1 spot better and up in victory lane yourself.
Yep, me too. Thanks, bud.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place finisher, the number 59 of Cooper Accord, as Cooper comes home in position at number 2. As a great run and a great drive right there, as Blake Travis says, Tanner, got you a new subscriber. I'll be tuning in on Sundays from now on. Good racing, some great racing right there between all these drivers, man. All these guys did such a great job, such great racing here all evening long, and they put on a heck of a show, a heck of a drive here for us in this one, as we'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher himself, Tanner Peak. Tanner coming home in position number 2. We're going to get ready to pull him into the broadcast booth. Hopefully everything's running fine here. I do see a little bit of skip frames over on Streamlabs, so hopefully that's going to figure itself out. We don't have that issue anymore. But we're going to get ready. We're going to pull our third place finisher up into the booth. Hey, Tanner, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Tanner, man, a great run and a great drive here for you in this one as you park that number 913 up on the podium. Take us back through this one, through this race, man. A lot of tough battling, a lot of door-to-door action there, and obviously we saw you lead some laps. Do get out there at Cooper Accord for quite a few laps there, trying to stay in that race lead. Unfortunately, you just couldn't hang on to it, and then late in this one, Diesel Jones making those moves on the restart to jump up and make the pass on yourself, but also steal that win away from Cooper.
Yeah, I think I had something for Cooper, but I don't know, man. I know the guys behind us was still saving a little bit of tires, so I thought I could play it smart and let him, take the lead back. I don't know. Throwing them sliders was a good way to let everybody else catch us. So I'll take third. It's a long season. There is money on the line at the end of the season. So I'm here for consistency.
Absolutely. You got to be consistent. You got to stack those pennies and get all the points you can when you can. And having a good, solid night and a good start to the season, definitely a bit of momentum builder here for yourself and that 913 team. Tanner, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening with that third-place run?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Elbows Up for sure, because that's my team, and Causey putting this stuff on. He's got you don't really get no other cleaner racing than this right here. Everything I race in, this is by far one of the cleanest. And yeah, you're one of the best at broadcast it, and yes sir.
Yes, sir. A great run and a great drive here for you this evening. Had lots of fans in the stands cheering you on, hoping for a good run here tonight. And you get one, a solid third-place finish, keeping the likes of, J.J. Martinez, Stephen Hart, Daniel Bradford back there at bay. A lot of tough competitors right there nipping at your heels, trying to work themselves into the podium finish here. But you're able to hang on to that third spot, put yourself into a good position here on the evening and the points. And looking forward to seeing you out here week after week after week, and one of these nights I'm sure we'll see you up here in victory lane yourself after a solid run, a bit of momentum gainer here for yourself, and I'm sure we might see you right back up here on the broadcast booth next Sunday.
Yeah, I hope so. We're going to go back and do some homework for Bristol. I ain't ran it a whole lot, but we'll be ready for next week.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys back out there on the racetrack. Tanner, congratulations again on the third-place run here this evening, and hopefully have yourself a wonderful rest of your Sunday.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, Tanner Peak. Peak coming home in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there for the 913 machine, as Kyler Bronson 40B coming in, dropping that follow over on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you, Kyler, coming in and showing the love with that follow over on the Twitch channel. Best Stuff 12 coming in with that subscription. Blake Travis also coming in with that subscription over on the YouTube channel. Welcome to the PeaceMaker family. Welcome to the PeaceMaker crew. Best Stuff 12 and Blake Travis coming and showing the big love. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, unfortunately, that is going to do it for us here in this one. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do me the favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Even if we're not live anymore and you guys are re-watching the broadcast, I know a lot of the drivers go back and re-watch it. If you're watching up to this point, make sure you guys still hit the like button, drop a couple comments, hit that follow and subscribe button. Turn those bell notifications on. That way you never miss it when we go live here on on PeaceMaker Gaming with all of the racing action here on iRacing and PeaceMaker Gaming. But listen, can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Everyone coming in, showing the love here all evening long, and I'll catch you all back here in the next one tomorrow evening. I do believe we got 2 big races tomorrow. We got a season opener for the Monday Night All-Star, so we'll have Dirt Street Stocks back in action tomorrow night, and then we'll also have, I believe, the super late models for our $2,000 purse 3 Days of Hell finale, which was supposed to be on Thursday. Unfortunately, it got canceled due to iRacing being DDoSed and being down for the night, so we couldn't get that race in. So I do believe this Monday is the makeup date for that, so we should have a huge $2,000 purse. It'll probably be about $2,500 on the line tomorrow night for that final race of the 3 Days in Hell tomorrow evening with the super dirt late models. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Wowzers, what a run, what a race, what a way to get things started for the Slinging Dirt Series.